Hello, everyone, and welcome to Amani's Lightwork Keys to Akasha section of my channel. If you're visiting, welcome. It's great to have you here. If you've been here from the beginning of time, it's great to have you still, holding on. I know I've been away from the channel for some time due to an increase in my work schedule, so I haven't been as dedicated to the channel recently as I usually am. Okay. But today I'm going to do a reading for Cardi B. This is a personal request that I have for myself. I've been wanting to read on her for a while now. Her biological name is Belcalis Marlenis Almanzar. Okay, she was born October 11th, 1992. Okay, all right, so I just want to get some insight, maybe something that she needs to know and be aware of, something that she could use to grow and expand in her career area. I want to kind of touch base on her relationship. I want to touch base on her finances as well and the longevity of her career in total. Okay, so like I always say before I begin these readings, they are totally based on channeling and interpretation, which means that I am using my clairvoyant abilities and the aid of spirit to get these readings done. Okay? Okay, so okay, let's see. If you're wondering what this deck is, this is these are Egyptian tarot cards, specifically Ramses. Okay, I've been using these for a long period of time, maybe the past 2 years. I've been using this deck, and I find it to be quite beneficial. Okay, it gives me great numerological insight. It gives me great astronomical insight, insight to people's birth charts and their overall personality and their future, their past, their present, their, totally their waking life. Okay. But anyway, the card that's underneath is the Eight of Swords energy. She is an air sign. She is a Libra, I believe. Megan the Stallion, Megan Pete, is an Aquarian energy. The spirit is giving me the idea of them sharing a business. I also get the idea of a tax return. So with these artists, the reason why I always get tax return information or tax information is because of their lawyers and their personal or their music industry tax preparers, music industry lawyers. But the spirit is telling me that they need to keep an eye on. So when I say that, they need to keep an eye on their music industry tax preparers, their music industry lawyers, their music and whoever handles the financial aspect of their careers, they really need to pay attention to. But takes a portion. So when I say that, they take a portion. So it's a lawyer, it's a tax preparer, it's like a business partner, that whatever their responsibility is intertwined with the career path of Cardi B, intertwined with the career path of Megan the Stallion, these people that they're tax preparers and they're lawyers. I'm also getting this idea of bankruptcy when I said that as well too. So the idea of bankruptcy, I don't know if that's something that one of them is experiencing or experienced. like that could be a situation, or that's something that they're, I don't know if that's something that like a lawyer is having a conversation with them about, or a lawyer needs to discuss with them about. But that may be something that they need to be aware of, if especially if it has to do with bankruptcy and taxes and combining taxes or sharing taxes, or at least getting information on their lawyers and their tax preparers, and what their lawyers and their tax preparers, what they have, what those elements have been benefiting from pertaining to those two females. It is an Eight of Swords, so the information that I'm actually picking up is something that they may need to research, because it's an Eight of Swords, so it may be something that they don't know, or something that I get going to be brought to their attention. It's something that is going to be brought to their attention. It could be from another air sign element that is in their mix, or it could be from a lawyer themselves, or it could be from media, or it could be from their managers. It just depends on what's going on. I get a heist when I said manager. So it's important that they keep an eye on their managers, their lawyers, their tax preparers, whoever is responsible for the financial aspect of their careers. Okay. The starting point has the Page of Cups energy. So Page of Cups could be Cardi B's child. I don't know. I don't think Megan Thee Stallion has children. I don't know if she has any children. If you have answers to that, you can let me know. But it's the Page of Cups. So I think Cardi B's child may be a water sign, or the child has if she's not a sun water sign, that she may have water in her chart, or Cardi herself may have water in her chart. Or Page of Cups energy is also an emotional offer that I keep getting lawyer. It's an emotional offer that she herself may want to give a lawyer, or a lawyer may be trying to give. I'm getting the idea of a house too. So I don't know if it's Cardi B's house or the lawyer's house, or buying a different home, or moving, whatever it is that's intertwined with that, taxes, whatever it is that's intertwined with that, it is tax related. So it could be housing taxes, it could be a tax loan that she may need to, it could be a tax loan that she may need to take out, or someone could have taken out for her, or that may be what a lawyer wants to discuss with her pertaining to her housing taxes. Specifically, something may be going on there. But extract funds. So when I said housing taxes and something happening there, it has something to do with extracting funds from her housing taxes. Okay. With the Page of Cups, if it's not only business related, then it's just an emotional offer that she wants to give someone, or someone wants to give her. But the ending result of the emotional offer is this idea of sharing information, or financial information, or tax information, and housing taxes information. Okay. Or it could be love related. It's a water sign, so this could be her kid that is showing up there like that as well too. I'm getting, when I said her child, I get this idea of private school and those kind of things. That may be something that she wants her child to be involved in. Okay, culture. That's culture. The Queen of Swords energy is in the waiting position. So Queen of Swords could be another air sign element. That's the female. Like I said, Megan Thee Stallion is an Aquarian energy, or this could be her that is showing up here in the waiting position with the Page of Cups. It could be Megan coming in. I had a business objective. It's Megan coming in with a business objective for Cardi B, vice versa. It just depends on what's going on. But I get lawyer contact. So when I say that too, it has something to do with a lawyer's contact information, or one of them going to the other to discuss how to contact a specific lawyer, or one of them going to the other to get just a lawyer's contact information. So this could be a situation where I don't know if they necessarily have the same lawyers. I don't know if they necessarily have the same manager. I would deem them to have, like, if they're working on the same project together, I would deem them to have the same studio set manager, makeup manager, whatever kind of manager for that specific gig that they are doing together, if that's that specific manager. But if it's not a manager, then it's a lawyer that one of them may need to contact, or one of them may need to research, or one of them is going to the other and saying, can I contact your lawyer? I get split funds. Can we split funds So the money generated from the gigs or the gig that they did do together, that did accumulate revenue. And it could be in a lawyer or a manager's responsibility for regulating that or monitoring that. And that could be where Cardi B is coming to Megan Thee Stallion with that business objective, or Megan Thee Stallion is coming to Cardi B with that business objective. Do you have, can I get your lawyer's information or your manager's information? I need to see, I get where my cut is. I need to see where my cut is. So that's Megan's voice to Cardi. That's Cardi's voice to Megan. Where's my cut of our gig that and commercial and Instagram ad that we did do together? So, and all of that is lawyer and tax related as well too. Okay, if it's not only that, then Megan, if she has a separate lawyer or a manager, may want to split or share a manager or a lawyer with Cardi. That could be another situation as well too. But there needs to be a situation of trust along the lines of there being issued out a fair share of funds based on the ad that they did together, or the video or the commercial or whatever it is that they did together. Okay, that's why the Queen of Swords energy is in a waiting position with the Eight of Swords, and needing someone's contact information, needing a lawyer's information, a manager's information, a tax preparer's information, just to make sure that some type of cut that was made was issued out equally amongst the two of them. The present has the Six of Wands. So the Six of Wands is fire sign. So I don't know who, in terms of Megan being tied to someone, I know she was, there was something going on with Big Sean. I know he's an Aries male. I don't feel his energy too heavily. He doesn't necessarily have to be in the mix of this, since this is Cardi's situation. But I know Offset is, or Kiari, which is his biological name, is a Sagittarian energy, that he's a male. That's why the Six of Wands energy. But I get this idea of borrow. So I don't know if he wants to borrow money from her, or he wants to borrow. It's giving me the idea of revenue. It's a revenue related situation with one of them wanting to borrow something from the other. So it's revenue related. It may be promotionary as well too. It could be promotion related, ad related, whatever it is, it's related. But it's tied into her, I keep getting taxes again. It's tied into her taxes that she has singular by herself, or it's tied into the taxes that she does have intertwined with offsets, but disperses them. So when I said he may disperse those taxes that he shares with Cardi B, he may disperse or share, do something with the revenue. Of course, the revenue turns into digital currency, and that revenue may be getting used. And with the fact that they were tied together, that could be where the lawyers are coming in. And I know she was married to him, and that's where the lawyers are coming in. That's where the people that are responsible for maintaining their taxes and managers, that's where those elements are coming in. And they're saying, I think that you should hold on to your cut. I think you should hold on to your cut. So that's somebody's voice to Cardi. That's somebody's voice to Offset. That's somebody's voice to Megan. So they're all intertwined with each other, tax-wise, lawyer-wise, pay-wise, revenue-wise, because they do these collaborations with each other. But something is really important about one of them receiving like the right cut of revenue, that they may have done something. For example, if Cardi is in a commercial with Offset, or she's in a video or something with Offset, I get unequal. Something is not equal that is happening there, that may be financial, or something isn't equal revenue wise, but need to have conversation with a lawyer. So the Six of Wands is that she may need to have a conversation with a lawyer about her calculated funds from her revenue, or that's something that he may need to do. And there's another situation where his is intertwined with hers, or at least that's what their marriage lawyer is trying to explain to them. That whatever he's getting, if you divorce him, whatever he is getting revenue wise, he can take if you split, if you decide not to do whatever it is together, or that's somebody's conversation to her. If you split from him, this is what you're if you split from him, this is what you're going to get back in return. This is what you're not going to get back in return thus far. That whatever you did not get will go to him, and vice versa. Just depends on what's going on there. But that's where the Six of Wands, there's certainty and clarity with making decisions with where she and Offset stand financially together, where they stand with a lawyer, manager, a divorce lawyer, whoever it is, a financial, an accountant, whatever it is that they share together. Or they may have made a decision to not share anything at all. They may just be married, but they may keep their whatever it is that they do really separate from each other. But there's this issue of revenue, some type of issue of revenue that someone is making over the other. And that I get a split. When I say that too, I get it's like the idea of a split. Like when I said the issue of them not making something together, and then the idea of something splitting. So that's splitting funds, or that's splitting some type of revenue that one of them is receiving over the other. Something like that, which is really interesting. The future has the Page of Wands. So the Page of Wands is a child. That could be one of Offset's children. I know he's got a couple of kids. So the Page of Cups, I feel like, is Cardi's child. And then the Page of Cups is Cardi's child. The Page of Wands could be one of the children that Offset has. And one of them could be a fire sign. Or it's he could be showing up, Offset himself could be showing up here as a Page of Wands. Or it could be another Page of Wands energy that is in the music industry. Page of Cups could be another artist that is in the music industry. If it's not only children that are showing up there that need food, that need clothes, that they need money saved for school, whatever it is that the kids need. There's a lot of children that are coming in here, So whatever the children need, it depends on their popularity and accolades pretty much feeds the children in that sense, okay? What is this? The Temperance card is here, a sign of Sag. That's Offset's energy, or it's just temperance to the situation. It's temperance because of child support. It's temperance because Offset's children need money. They need money. Then culture needs money. All the children need money. All the children, I also get attention. The children also need attention too. So there may be something going on with the children receiving attention. I get Offset's particularly. So Offset's children receiving attention particularly. The Spirit said particularly his children, because he may spend more time with Culture. Culture would be the youngest child. But he's got older kids here. I get neglected. He's got older kids here that he is unintentionally neglecting, or somebody may think that he's neglecting them, whatever it is. But it's financially related. So back to the idea of the lawyer that she shares with him, but doesn't want something to go to his children. So when I get this feeling that she may not want something to go to his children, she does or she does not. Because whatever they make together, a percentage of that goes to his children. He has more children with a different woman. He only has one children with Cardi. So because he has more children with somebody else, more of what he makes, even with or without Cardi, a large percentage of that goes to the children, or the mother of those children that he has with someone else. I get complaints. The mother of the children that he has with someone else that's separate from Cardi, that whoever that woman is, she complains, and her sign could be a fire or a water sign that's here. She could be a Queen of Swords energy, whatever that the mother of his other children are. She complains about something. She complains about the children. She complains about paying attention to them. She complains about cuts and, did you make the amount that you wanted to make today from that commercial, from that gig, from that video, whatever. Or she's running through with him. She's running through with them. I get where to put money. She's running through with him where to put money. So that's Cardi to Offset discussing where to put money. I want Culture's account here. I want this money to go into her account now at this specific time, whatever it is. Or the mother of his other children did the same thing. So the mother of his other children, she's discussing with him the same exact situation. I want this percentage to go to, I don't know the names of those other children. I want the percentage to pay to go to him and her and him. I think there's like two boys and a girl, I think. You know, trying to divvy up funds. Something maybe really conflicting and, may end up really interesting with that and crazy with trying to divide funds between children. And that's the reason why a lawyer is present the way that they are. You know? So I don't know anything about Cardi's relationship between his ex, the ex mother of his other children. I don't know what kind of relationship they have. You know, someone may be getting eyeballed. Really, someone may be getting eyeballed there. So that's Cardi to the other woman. That's the other woman to Cardi. They're eyeballing each other because of money. Okay? And what goes to the whoever's choose child, more or less, attention or money. So the King of Pentacles energy is there in the accomplishment. So King of Pentacles would be a Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo energy. That's a man. They're right there next to the King of Cups. They could be a business partner to Cardi. They could be a lawyer. They could be another music artist. Whoever it is that they are, But shares information with. So I'm looking at them. She may share information with him about culture, about a lawyer. If they're not a lawyer, or she shares information with them about offsets. I also get offsets motive that he has with her. Revenue wise, lawyer wise, tax wise, money wise. So the tax related situation, if they were married, the tax related situation with them being married, and the fact that their marriage, what's happening with it, dependence. I'm getting the feeling that the fact that there are multiple dependents within their relationship, that can take away from either somebody's children here. So I don't feel like it would be culture that much, or even the other ones. I do feel like they would benefit, but when I said the other ones, one of those children may end up a little short-handed slightly because of taxes, or taxes that he may decide to share with Cardi. So taxes that he decides to share with Cardi, one of those other 3 or 4 children that he has with someone else, one of those children, one of those children are gonna end up really short-handed financially, in terms of money being saved for them, if it's a college fund, whatever it is that's being saved for somebody. I feel like culture is okay. She may need to open up a savings account for culture. I don't know if Offset's other children have that going on, or that's what a lawyer wants to discuss. That's what a lawyer wants to discuss with him about his other children. I do feel like culture is taken care of in that sense. But his other children, someone may recommend if he hasn't done it already, someone is recommending he open up other accounts for the children. That's culture, or that's the other kids that he has. If he has not, or if they have not done that already, whatever it is. And that could be the voice of a King of Pentacles energy too. Somebody could be shown up as a hair designer or like a makeup artist that insightful. So when I said a hair or makeup designer, whoever she interacts with like that, they're really insightful, or something that they share with her is insightful for her. Just depends on what's going on. Isn't something, I think that I think Joe Biden is I think he's a Virgo male. I think so. I can't remember quite. So that could be his energy here too. And the same type of situation. So her situation with Joe Biden particularly, let me double check that really quickly. Let's see. Just want to check his birthday. Joe Biden. Let's see. I think he is a Virgo. Oh no, November 20. What is that? November, December. That's like what is that? Not Scorpio. Scorpio slash Sagittarius energy. So that's the Sag. The Temperance is kind of borderline his energy too, and offsets if it's Joe Biden that's shown up there like that. But I get this idea of a tax deal too. So as I'm talking about Joe Biden, I mean, he could have King of Pentacles energy in his chart, or Joe Biden could be shown up here like a King of Pentacles energy too, because of a financial deal that they have together. That's why she's on social media talking about his videos and promoting him. They have a tax deal or a financial deal together, obviously. That's why she's doing that on social media. So money gets accumulated from that as well, and that is also tax related. But has her covered. So I'm looking at that. If it's Joe Biden's energy, she's covered. He's something, that elite tie that she has with him now, because of those promotionary videos and her talking with him. All of that is promotionary. All of that is revenue. All of that is intertwined with taxes, of course. He has her secured. That's some type of elite secrecy that no one really talks. No one really, a percentage of the society may not realize, or they don't pay attention to. But that's some type of relation that they have. That's the bond that they have, financial bond that they have together between politician and music artists. Same type of situation with Trump and Kanye West. Tax deals. I believe that Kanye West has a song with, who was that, Jay-Z, and what's the name of the song? I've been listening to it a lot because I heard it when I went to go view this artist, and I Shazammed it, and I thought it was the most profound statement to make, where he was talking about Trump and tax dollars and tax dollars belonging to U.S. citizens. So I would understand the bond that they have with the politicians, and that's a little bit of secrecy that some people aren't really aware of for some reason. But that's something that they have together. If that's Joe Biden and Cardi B energy, and taxes, and the daughter being insured, the daughter being insured for life, pretty much, if they have that kind of tie, tax deals with Biden, Kamala, I believe too, her energy can be shown up here as well. And she is also a Libra. So that could be that's Cardi, that's Megan, that is Kamala as well, shown up here. They may be all involved with a tax deal together. It just depends on what's going on. But it's really secret. It's not something that mainstream media would really observe or really talk about, because it's something that is really private for their elite construct that they have running. Okay. The spiritual self has the High Priestess. So High Priestess is using her intuition about something that she has going on, or what she needs to be aware of, if that's the situation, or it's using her intuition about herself, using her intuition about Megan, using her intuition about Kamala. It's High Priestess is right next to the Queen of Swords. It's herself, it's Megan, it's Kamala. So if she's using her intuition about, I'll start with Megan. If she's using her intuition about Megan, tax. If she's using her information, I won't say information. If she's using her intuition about Megan, is tax related, but something is going on tax related and information related with a connection and collaborations that she does have with Megan, but also Kamala. So when I say that to you, also Kamala. So if she hasn't done that already, if that isn't something that she has done already, it's going to come to her, or she's going to propose it. That's why the Temperance is there, King of Pentacles, Page of Cups energy is there, because whatever is detrimental that she's up. Oh, I get it. That's what's happening. I get what's happening now. Her situation with Offset detrimental. Her situation with Offset is detrimental. One, because he has more kids with someone else than he does with her. He only has one with her. So there's this issue of tax and dependencies and what child gets more. So now in turn, what she is then going to do, she proposed a deal. She's then going to be proposed a deal that will ensure financial stability for her child and herself. So if something strange is happening, tax and revenue and money and split funds, whatever this odd that she observes that's going on with her and Offset, here comes Joe Biden, here comes Kamala, tax deal. Here comes Joe Biden, here comes Kamala with a tax deal. So either that is something that they didn't do with her yet, or she knows of, or because of their elite construct between celebrities and politicians and the secrecy, that may be something, like I said, that the media may not be covering. It's not really necessary. That's something privately that they do, especially if she is really adamant, she's a prominent figure in his campaign. That's their way of sealing a tax deal amongst each other. And all that, once again, goes back to the child that she has. Right? That's all going back to the child. So that's something that she experienced or she did not experience yet. So it just depends on what's going on. Using her intuition about those scenarios, And Megan being involved, that kind of favoritism that she received from the politicians, and Megan being involved, but deserves a cut. So when I said Megan being involved, she may deserve a cut of something that Cardi B is receiving from somebody. And if it's a presidential connection that she has, or a politician bond that she has that, maybe only a small group of people know, their friends, their elite, colleagues in the music industry and politicians and artists and actors that may only know that. That's not something that gets widely discussed. It's only a small group of elite people, citizens, that would really understand that or know that that's even happening. Or at least know, when I say know that that's even happening, it kind of ties into, the giveaway would be the fact that she was on social media and she was Biden. She was in the videos with Biden. All of that is to benefit her and her child in her career, period, and her prominence in the music industry, So it makes her, it kind of seals her space, it seals her spot in a sense with them. But not only the visibility, but the money that is coming from the visibility. Let's see. So the world energy is in the mentality. The world is Capricorn. The world, I get consciousness. The world is also consciousness and temperance with the world. That's mindfulness. That's, I also get an intellectual ability. That's mindfulness. And it's something that's also happening with her with an intellectual ability, or her intellectual capacity, I should say. Her intellectual capacity. That's why the temperance is there with the world. The intellectual capacity, I get what a lawyer is doing. The intellectual capacity ties into what a lawyer is doing. I don't know, something that's interesting with the lawyer. Like I said, the lawyer, like her own lawyer, or her lawyer that she has with Offset, her lawyer, lawyer with the politicians. Something that's happening there with a lawyer, and what a lawyer is doing, or what they said, or I get what they plan to do. It has something to do with what a lawyer plans to do. Something that a lawyer is planning to do. But the planning, whatever a lawyer is planning to do, may I'm being drawn back to the presidential campaign. So something that a lawyer is trying to do behind the scenes, it heavily has to do with something that she did during the presidential campaign, when she was in those videos and she was promoting Joe Biden and whatever else she was doing. What the media show may just be what the media show, but she may have done more within his campaign that maybe people, maybe the media didn't cover, or the media didn't put up yet, or they did, or they're not paying attention to it, whatever it is. Something like that. That a lawyer, I get benefit from. A lawyer may be trying to benefit from money or revenue made from that. Something really interesting, you know? Something like that. Something really interesting like that. What a lawyer wants to do or what they're trying to do, you know? And it could be related to her situation with Megan. If it's not the politicians and something she has going on with Offset, then it's just I get just being aware of them. So when I said that too, it mainly may have just, it may have, yes, it has to do with everything that she has going on here, but it's mainly the spirit emphasized what she what did I just forgot what I just said, what she needs to pay attention to pertaining to them, something like that, or what she needs to observe about them, or what they want to do, something like that, that they may need to discuss. I don't know what the sign of the lawyer would be if she has one, or a manager, you know. It could be promotionary tide, promotionary tide, somebody pushing her to, somebody pushing her. But you know what's interesting? I'm being drawn to, like, I don't know if this is like Biden's lawyer or somebody that works in their cabinet, somebody that is affiliated with them. Something's going on with someone that is affiliated to Biden and Kamala or Megan or Offset. She's got a lot of different entities that are surrounding her here too. So something is happening with one of their lawyers, like somebody's lawyer. Hers and theirs. Oh, I understand what's going on. I understand. So the temperance with the world and the intellectual capacity, I keep getting, every time I say that too, is drawing me back to the lawyer, or something that something that a lawyer knows, and something that a lawyer knows may not have been shared with her yet. It's a feeling that I get, but the spirit emphasized the intellectual or capacity. The intellectual capacity the intellectual capacity has to do with knowledge of certain things, and if it's logistics tied, if it's financial tied, or if it's housing loan tied, taxes tied, whatever, lawyer tied, revenue tied, whatever, some type of financial foundation that needs to be analyzed. That's why the spirit keeps emphasizing the intellectual capacity. So that could be somebody else's intellectual capacity, or that's something that a lawyer may be getting away with, that she may not know how to confront, something like that. Something that a lawyer may be getting away with, or something that a lawyer is doing, or something that, like, somebody's lawyers intertwine with hers, something that they're doing that she may not be, like, something that she may not know the terminology for, or something that may not have been run by her. So it could be like financial literacy, some type of financial literacy, and the intellectual capacity with financial literacy, or certain aspects of financial literacy. As simple as that. Or something going on with lawyers and what a lawyer is able to do, and what they discuss with her, but minimal. What they discuss with her may have been minimal, but it's important that it not be. It's important that somebody share, because it has to do with, if somebody feels like, I don't know, it's really interesting. Somebody may feel like she, I don't know, like somebody may feel like she may not be paying attention to certain things. It just depends on what's going on. And if they feel like she's not paying attention to certain things, then they thus far feel free in doing what they want to go forward with, without necessarily coming to her and discussing with her first, if that's the case. That's really interesting. The Death card, the sign of Scorpio, is in this changing position. So the Death card is in the changing position. If she has any Scorpio energies around her, what's another situation? What else? I don't know if she has any other Scorpio energies. Anybody else that would be considered a Scorpio, or it's just transitioning in the changing position. It's the death card is changing because she may have already went through this phase already with a situation or that is happening here between Offset, between Joe Biden, between something going on with their lawyers, like politicians, and their somebody that she's dealing with financially. Something is going on with their who backs them, basically. Something is going on with who backs them, who backs her. Their communications amongst each other, and they involve her in the conversation or they not or they don't. Whatever it is, but it's important for her to be aware of that. So it could be Megan's managers, lawyers, Joe Biden's managers, lawyers, Kamala's managers, lawyers, Offset managers, lawyers, but they're intertwined. And what's happening with it is it's a business relation that is going on, but it's also important that she keep in mind what is being discussed and what's happening. It's important because it attributes to the well-being of herself in the future as an artist, and that of her children, or her, well, I should say her child. She may end up having another child. She may end up having another child if that's the case. The resolution has the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands is in the resolution going towards the Page of Wands. I know that what's the child name? Kylie Jenner is Leo. So she has Leo, she has Sag. I don't know who, maybe she has an Aries around her, maybe. But a Seven of Wands going towards the Page of Wands. It could be a feeling that the Seven of Wands and Page of Wands could be a feeling that she has with Offset. He's a Sag. Or the Seven of Wands is the thought that she has about his children. But I get one of them, a thought she has about one of his children. Because something may be going on financially and tax related with that specific, like I said from earlier on, something is tax related, money related about one of them. Either one of them isn't getting anything or very little, or one of them either isn't getting anything at all, or one of them is getting a lot more than her child that she has with him. Something like that, if that's the case. Or that's why it's a Seven of Wands in the resolution. Or that's another situation. Seven of Wands going towards the Page of Wands would be creativity that she, maybe it's like a new business objective that she wants to follow through with Offset, if that's the case. But the Spirit said needs to pay attention. So she may need to pay attention to what is happening between what's going on financially with him and his own assets, what's happening with his assets and where his assets go. Her assets, who gives her assets, who gives her a percentage of assets for her child, or something that she may be receiving for her child may be going to a large percentage of it may be going to Offset himself or to one of his children. Or something that they do together, a percentage of that either goes to one of his children or it does not. Or all of them, or one of them, the Spirit said one of them particularly either isn't getting anything or they are, or it's too much, and whatever it is. And that's where the lawyers come into play. The lawyers, whatever they do business-wise, it, like I said, attributes to the well-being of the children. Whatever they do lawyer-wise, money-wise, tax-wise, it has some of their collaborations. It's really tied into their collaborations that they do with other people. So hers with Megan's, hers with Joe Biden and Kamala, whatever it is that she's doing. The tax-related situations and money-related and, promotionary things and getting paid from those things, and revenue from those things. And managers trying to take something from those things. Whatever it is, it's all taxable. That could be something that the conversation is about. It could be taxable, with her being, for example, same situation as Megan. Her situation of being in a video, like I said from earlier on, being in a video with Joe Biden. And I get not getting anything. So when I said not getting anything, so she may not have received anything from one of those videos that she did with him or she did about him, She may not be getting anything, but somebody else may. I mean, in social media, people make money off of people's things really easily, and that may be something that she may need to pay attention to. That's why the spirit said needs to pay attention to. That's what the spirit says she needs to pay attention to. So making sure, keeping an eye on the taxable things, making sure that that her child is well taken care of, making sure that if she decides to do a deal with Joe Biden or Offset or Megan, make sure that something is equal and divvied up properly between them. And that is a lawyer and manager responsibility. But she also herself needs to pay attention to that. Page of Wands could be someone that works, I keep getting makeup. Somebody here does makeup for her. That I get steal. Someone that does makeup for her may be stealing something. And it could be tax and revenue and whatever, and video and promotionary related. It could be related to that. Someone could be taking something. And there's the need to pay attention to certain things like that. But find out who. So that's either the spirit is saying she needs to find out who, or she may be in the works of finding out who, or she's working on finding out who. And it could be a Page of Wands. It could be a King of Pentacles. It could be, I don't feel like it's if it's somebody that is tied to the Sagittarian energies, they, something is more discreet with who they deal with business-wise. Who they deal with business-wise is more discreet than someone that is really close to her, like a makeup artist, a manager, a hairstylist, But one of those elements may know what has been happening financially and lawyer and discussion wise and manager wise and whoever others lawyers coming up to their studio to have discussions with their other lawyers and their tax preparers and whoever that they need to talk to, the managers. Someone may not be telling her that those interactions are happening. But I also was getting the idea of information earlier on as well. So like I said, it could be Megan's information, Kamala's information about Kamala, her involvement or her lawyer's involvement with Cardi's lawyer or with Cardi period, which is really interesting. Or Biden's. There's something going on with someone that they deal with is intertwined with something that she has going on. They're all connected. So, I mean, yeah. But there's another situation that is really who she's really close to. Like I said, a makeup or a hair artist, someone has been paying attention really closely to interactions that a manager has been having with somebody. Somebody pays attention, or somebody discussed something with them. She's using her, like I said, information. Something may be getting used about her information too. Something about her information may be, I get spread around. Something about her information may be spread around. Like it could be verbal or it's document information that could be spread around. But lawyer responsible. So when I said verbal or document, a lawyer is responsible for that. A manager may be responsible for that. If it's verbal information, that hairstylist. If it's verbal information, then it's a hairstylist or a makeup artist. So verbal information coming towards her from them, something that they heard. Verbal information coming towards her from them. Verbal information of something that they heard that they may want to reiterate to her. Or they feel hesitant to for some reason. Or they don't know how to, or whatever it is. Somebody may need to speak up about that. But that's why the intuition is next to her own energy with her own information, or something could be going on with Megan like that. And it could be Cardi's benefit. Something could be going on with Kamala and Joe Biden and their relations and their lawyers and whoever works with them. They're business people. So whatever it is that they have attached to them, it's about benefit and money and whatever it is that they gain from these showings and these videos and promotionary things, whatever it is. But a manager that she has, or a makeup artist or something, a stylist of some type, they're really aware of those conversations. That's why the high priestess is next to her own energy. They're really aware of those conversations. So there's a need to have and the idea of the intellectual capacity could be related to one of her stylists. Something about them. Being the fact that they are paying attention or they're not paying attention. So if that could be a manager as well too. That could be a discussion that their capacity, something could be going on with their capacity. Her manager's capacity, her lawyer's capacity, the intellectual capacity is really important for some reason. The intellectual capacity with them that work with her is, I get argumentative. So when I say that too, somebody is argumentative that is there. Someone may be argumentative, and something is going on with intellectual capacity with being argumentative. Whatever it is, it's like the argumentative could be, it doesn't have to be a negative argument. The argumentative idea is, I get processing information. The argumentative idea is processing information or not processing information. So whoever that goes to, a manager, a stylist, whoever. Processing it as in hearing it and interpreting it. Processing it and hearing it, processing it, and understanding it there's different scenarios going on there, and that is related to her finances and her business deals that she does with whoever, and lawyers, and what lawyers are doing, or what a lawyer wants to do. The processing the information and everything, and what a lawyer wants to do is that something that a lawyer or a manager wants to do is that I doesn't understand the extremity. So she may not understand the extremity of something that a manager or a lawyer wants to do. So it's hers. I understand. It's either hers, Offset's, Biden's. It's whoever. Who was the other person? Megan. Something's going on with understanding something, logistics, whatever it is. Something's going on with understanding something that they want to do. It's the complexity of what they're trying to explain. I get confusing. The complexity of what they're trying to explain may be confusing to her, or something that they want to explain to her, feel the need to go through someone else. So I said someone feels the need to go through someone else to explain, to get something to be explained to her. So, for example, like if somebody may feel like they can't come to her directly to explain something important, especially if it's financially related, they may feel the need to go through a stylist that she has or a manager that she has to explain something, for them to then relay it to her or interpret it to her. Because, I don't know, something may be interesting about her interaction with a lawyer or a manager that she has, and procedure. So when I say that too, it has something to do with understanding some type of procedure. She may not understand some type of procedure that is going on between people's lawyers and managers and her own. Whatever it is, and it's related to child support and how much money children get left. It's related to revenue and how much she gets, or she gets any. It's related to tax deals that she may have a lot of, she may have little information on, or she may need to get the rest of the information on. Something's really important about that too. Okay? Because, you know why? Because if, for say, randomly she decided to not sing anymore, rap anymore, she wanted to take a break for some time. I'm just giving an example. Say she wanted to do that. I feel someone would still be using what she has and making money off of it. So it's important that that gets protected and that doesn't get, there's security on certain things. It may be as simple as and maybe I get where something gets shared to. It may be as simple as where something that she does gets shared to, like Reddit or Twitter or Instagram or Facebook, whatever it is, because one of those outlets is involved in a deal. One of those outlets is involved in a deal with her information. So that's where the understanding of needing to discuss with someone, if you decide to do this Facebook ad deal with if you decide to do this Facebook ad or this deal with Facebook, or our partners from Twitter or Facebook, this is what you're going to get in return, or this is what you may miss out on if you don't do this way, whatever it is. There's a lot of information there. It depends on, and somebody needing to explain that to her, that if she does, I understand, especially if it comes down to her personal information and who has access to it. And all of those social media outlets have different criteria for how information gets used. So if it's on Twitter, if it's on Facebook, if it's on Instagram, it has something to do with it being protected or not protected, or being protected for a limited period of time, or watched for a period of time. And that is intertwined with someone explaining something to her that's really important. Okay? All right, let's look for an outcome for Cardi. Okay. All right, so the Six of Wands energy is underneath again, and here's the King of Wands. The King of Wands is a Leo, Aries, or a Sag. That could be offset. That could be any music artist. That could be a lawyer. That could be whoever that's showing up there. Someone that she's working with. They're in the outcome, right? They're in the outcome. Let me do another outcome on them. Ten of Cups, and the Hermit is a sign of Virgo. So Virgo energy is here with them. Some type of introspective phase that she's going through with the King of Wands energy, or needing to pay attention to them, but their assets, needing to pay attention to their assets. They could be paying attention to her assets, whatever it is, and them paying attention to her assets is that them paying attention to her assets, it caused problems. So them paying attention to her assets could cause problems, or she may need to pay attention to theirs, or she either needs to or she is not paying attention to theirs. So they could be, if it's not only offset energy, that could resonate with offset, yes. Or it could be the energy of someone that she works with. Or it could be the energy of a lawyer as well too. So you have King of Wands, you have King of Pentacles. One of them is like hair designers, their managers, their lawyers, whoever. You have Sag element there. Joe Biden possibly as well too. That he could be shown up there like a King of Wands. What is he? Scorpio, Sag, borderline. Scorpio, Sag elements. There's no water sign male energy here, but he could have water in his chart. I don't feel that though, but I feel he could be, I do feel like he's kind of, King of Wands kind of energy that's happening. He has that energy going on. So it's where somebody gets money. It could be him. It could be him. It could be Offset. It could be whoever that's shown up there that she is dealing with financially. Hermit is trying to figure out. Hermit is trying to not, get swindled by a situation with dealing with them and paying attention. And someone needing to reiterate some type of information to her. It could just be a regular situation where she may not be somewhere at a particular time, but her manager, her manager, her stylist, or whoever may be, lawyer may be, or they just set up a meeting to have with her, just to discuss. intentionally. It just depends on what's happening, but there's a lot for her to pay attention to. All right. So that's Cardi B. If you have questions, comments, or concerns, you know where to find me. Be well. Take care. Bye.